Hello friends, today we learn about what is big data and how it helps us to solve real-life problems. In the early days, simple and easily processable data were collected. Here your shopping details are entered in your bill. This data is stored in an Excel sheet. But, what about if data of different forms like photos, videos, online payments, shopping, voice commands, audio messages, text, social media, and entertainment formats are collected from different sources such as IoT, mobile phones, and autonomous devices? We all use smartphones, but have you ever wondered how much data it generates in the form of text message, phone calls, emails, photos, videos, searches, and music? Approximately 40 exabytes of data gets generated every month by a single smartphone user. Now imagine this number multiplied by 5 billion smartphone users. That's a lot for our minds even process, isn't it? However, as of 2018, more than 2.5 quintillion bytes of data were created every day. Some research show that, by the end of the year, the world would produce of data like 0.15 million messages and 0.14 million images are sent and received on Facebook every day. Instagram users post about 0.34 million stories every day. 1.3 million voice calls and messages are sent out daily. Netflix users stream 4 million hours of video content every day. 4.1 million messages are sent daily on WhatsApp. Put this all together, and hitting the 94 zettabyte mark won't be such a long shot. In fact, this amount of data is quite a lot for traditional computing systems to handle, and this massive amount of data is what we term as big data. Let's have a look at the data generated per minute on the Internet. 2.1 million snaps are shared on Snapchat, 3.8 million search queries are made on Google, 1 million people log onto Facebook, 4.5 million videos are watched on YouTube, and 188 million emails are sent. That's a lot of data. That is for one day. What about a month, and year? So, is big data as massive data, like gigabytes or terabytes or petabytes? Answer is, not completely. So, how do you classify any data as big data? This is possible with the concept of 5 V's. First one is volume, means data size, huge amount of data store. Second one is velocity, means speed of accumulation, massive and continuous flow of data. Third one is variety, means nature of data such as structured, semi-structured and unstructured data. Fourth one is veracity, means inconsistencies and uncertainty in data. And last one is value, means converted into something valuable. Let us understand this with an example from the healthcare industry. First one is volume. So, hospitals and clinics across the world generate massive volumes of data. 2,314 exabytes of data are collected annually in the form of patient records and test results. Second one is velocity. So, patient records and test results, all this data is generated at a very high speed, which attributes to the velocity of big data. The third one is variety, refers to the various data types such as structured data such as Excel files, and well-maintained data. Whereas, semi-structured data such as JSON data, records log files, and XML data. On other hand, unstructured data examples images, videos, call records, and X-ray images. Now let's understand fourth one is veracity. So data accuracy and trustworthiness of the generated data is termed as veracity. Last one is value. So, analyzing all this data will benefit the medical sector by enabling faster disease detection, better treatment and reduced cost. This is known as the value of big data. But, how we defined big data, it means data that contains greater variety, arriving in increasing volumes and with more velocity. However, big data is larger, more complex data sets, especially from new data sources. These data sets are so voluminous that traditional data processing software just can't manage them. Here, one question rising. Then, how do we store and process this big data? To do this job, we have various frameworks, such as Spark, Hadoop and Cassandra. Let us take Hadoop as an example. Hadoop is one of the frameworks that can handle the huge volume of big data and process it. And see how Hadoop stores and processes big data. Hadoop uses a distributed file system, known as Hadoop Distributed File System, to store big data if you have a huge file. Your file will be broken down into smaller chunks and stored in various machines. Not only that, when you break the file you also make copies of it which goes into different nodes. This way you store your big data in a distributed way and make sure that even if one machine fails your data is safe on another. Hadoop MapReduce technique is used to process big data. A lengthy task A is broken into smaller task 2, task 3 and task 4. Now instead of one machine, 3 machines take up each task and complete it in a parallel fashion and assemble the results at the end. Thanks to this the processing becomes easy and fast. This is known as parallel processing. Now that we have stored and processed our big data, we can analyze this data for numerous applications. In games like GTA 5 and Call of Duty, designers analyze user behavior and data to understand at which stage most of the users pause, restart or quit playing game. This insight can help them rework on the storyline script of the game and improve the user experience, which in turn increasing the customer demand rate. Similarly, big data also helped with disaster management during heavy rain. It was used to gain a better understanding of the storm's effect on which country's area and necessary measures were taken. It could predict the heavy rain's landfall 1 week in advance, which wasn't possible earlier. These are some of the clear indications of how valuable big data can be once it is accurately processed and analyzed. So here's a question for you. Can big data help us to predict any one future? Please, let me know in comment section what you think about this. If you enjoyed this video it would only take a few seconds to like and share it. Also subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet and hit the bell icon to get instant notifications about our new content. Stay tuned. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep succeeding in your life. Thank you so much.